Hi everyone, my name is Mike Bryan and I'm happy here today to have Christmas Sholler, who's the admissions director at Continuing Healthcare Solutions, both at Sterling Suites and Cedar Hill. So thanks very much for coming today, Christmas.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
And as you can see from our mask today, we are still in the midst of a crazy year, and so still trying to follow all of the rules, but I promise at the very beginning of this, we were both smiling, even though you can't see it here today. So, but again, Christmas, thanks for coming. And the purpose of these videos is to help folks get a little better understanding of what to expect. A lot of, and you see this all the time, there's folks aren't sure what to expect when they're going to a facility. They don't know what type of services are provided. Sometimes it can be scary when a loved one needs care. And so this video is a chance for them to get to know you a little bit better and put a face with a voice, I guess, as a way to look at it. So some of the basics, can you give folks some contact information from you? What's the address for both Continuing Healthcare Solutions, Cedar Hill and Sterling Suites?
For Sterling Suites, our address is actually 1126 Adair Avenue, and that's here in Zanesville, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cedar Hill is actually 1136 Adair Avenue. We're located on the same campus, and we are actually connected by a catwalk in between both buildings.
Okay. And what's the best phone number for you?
My direct line is actually 740-617-2406. And the facility for Sterling is 740-452-2087, and Cedar Hill is 740-454-6823.
Okay. And do you have an email address too that they can use?
I do. It is C Sholler, which is SHOLLER, at continuinghc.com.
Okay. All right, and I know that Continuing Healthcare's their main website is continuinghc.com, and you can go on there and you can search and find both the direct website for Cedar Hill and for Sterling Suites. Is that right?
Yes,
okay.
That is correct.
And I also noticed there at Facebook link, LinkedIn, YouTube. There's even a blog on there with news and events for folks as well. So if anyone's listening, want to find out more information by looking at those resources, those are available there as well. So Christmas, can you tell us basically what services are available? Let's start out with Sterling Suites. What services are offered there?
At Sterling, we are currently a 22 bed. It's normally a short-term rehab stay.
Mm-hmm.
We offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, of course, skilled nursing, and then we also have hospice and palliative care also,
Sure.
if needed. And we do offer respite stays.
So basically, that's kind of the focus of Sterling. With Cedar Hill, how is that different there?
Cedar Hill, we offer the same things, except for Cedar Hill, we also have long-term care in the facility. At Cedar, it's a 62 bed with a 28 bed male behavior unit that we just recently added this year.
Okay.
So
that seems like that's a big difference. I've always thought of Sterling Suites as more of a short-term rehab stay, and Cedar Hill long-term care services there. But there is some overlap though too. So
there
that's
is.
good.
There is.
Okay. Now, we talked a little bit about the layout, but what other amenities are available at either of these facilities? If you can kind of describe the for short-term rehab, there's a little workout room there, as I recall, and some other things where they have some weights.
There is currently at Sterling. I'm sorry. We do have a therapy gym,
Mm-hmm.
which does have like a lot of the exercise equipment in it.
Mm-hmm.
and we have the OT room, which is off by itself, which, I mean, a lot of the therapy for the OT is like housework, laundry,
Sure.
kitchen, cooking. So that has that there. Cedar Hill is, and I'm sorry, there is a dining room for each facility, of course.
Sure.
And Cedar Hill offers the same, except for their OT and their PT is in a combined gym together.
Okay. All right. So, and again, you just mentioned the new secure behavior unit. What is the focus of that? I know that you provided some information here today, and I assume that if someone gets in contact with you, you could send them this information as well.
Yes, we definitely would.
But describe that for me. What's the purpose of this?
It is a short-term or long-term placement for those who have mental illnesses or specific types of behaviors. And we take those on case by case. And then we try to help with their behavioral programming.
Sure.
We have reached out to several outside facilities such as Allwell and Cedar Ridge and things like that. It is overseen by Dr. Rangwani,
Okay.
who is here in town. That's
Well, and that just opened up recently, right?
it. Did
Yeah.
it opened up earlier this year?
No, that's good to know. So, I think that one of the focuses what if someone has schizophrenia or some other cognitive disorder like that, not so much dementia or anything like that at all, but it's more of a
Yes.
behavioral problem than
Yes.
anything else. Okay.
Yes.
All right, and one of the other programs that is it's actually not unveiled yet.
Not yet,
but,
no.
but tell us about it. There's a assisted living, right?
Yes, we are currently looking to open the upstairs to Sterling Suites as an assisted living facility. It will be a 38-bed facility. We're looking to hopefully open within the next 60 days. So it's coming up quite rather quickly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be basically private pay. It will not be a waiver program. Pricing and everything is still under wraps. We haven't gotten
Sure.
that completely done yet.
Right.
But like I said, it's something that's still in progress. So hopefully within, like you said, the 60 days, we'll be up and running.
Okay. All right. And so with both Cedar Hill and Sterling Suites, are they all semi-private rooms, some private rooms, or a combination?
There's a combination of both at both facilities. At Sterling Suites currently, we have 18 private
Okay.
and 4 semi-private.
Okay.
At Sterling, and at Cedar, it's just a mixture of semi-private and private.
Okay. All right. So with both places, have some different options there. Now, of course, if someone's on Medicaid, that's going to be a semi-private room only, unless they want to pay for the extra portion there to make it a private room.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And Sterling accepts most major insurances and Medicare. Sterling is not a Medicaid facility currently.
Okay.
And as to where Cedar Hill is a Medicaid facility, and it also accepts Medicare and most major insurances. So.
Okay. Yeah. So really, if you look at that's a question I get all the time. How what are the ways to pay for my care? And again, it looks like private pay obviously is an option, but insurance, Medicare, Medicaid, the VA pension program can be used to help pay. But you guys also have a contract with the Veterans Health Administration too, right?
Yes, we recently came in contact with what they call VA Optum for all CHS facilities actually here in town. And what happens is you would have to be at least 70% service connected through the VA in order to use your VA Optum, which is a short-term stay for rehabilitation. It's not for long-term.
Okay.
However, Cedar Hill is in network with long-term from the VA, but again, you would have to be 70% service connected for
Okay.
the VA to.
Makes sense. So
Okay.
that's another good option then for folks who are service connected, they can look at as a way to pay. But if someone's not service connected, then they might default to the pension program then. Okay. So plenty of different methods there that can be used. Now, one of the next steps, pre-COVID, typically folks would take tours. I realize those are all on hold now, but depending upon when we're able to do this again, would you likely be the person doing the tours, or maybe someone else there who has knowledge?
Most usually, I would be the one to tour, or again, anyone who does have the knowledge would be able
Sure.
to help assist in touring if I'm not available at that time.
Okay.
So, and that would be for both facilities.
Okay. And then, if after someone's talked to you and, maybe they've looked on the website and seen some pictures, done the research, and they decided this is the place we want to go, whether it's Sterling Suites or Cedar Hill, just like with every place, there would be some agreements they would have to sign, and you talk to them about pricing and all that.
Yes.
But after all that is done, can you kind of explain what move-in day looks like? What are the next steps then?
Yes, move-in day is pretty busy. What would happen is you would come into the facility, and of course you would get to your room. The admitting nurse would come down, and she would assess you, of course. There would be some additional paperwork to sign for admissions. And then typically the next day is when, if you're there for a short-term stay, rehab, that is usually when you get your therapy and everything, evaluations, and then
Right.
from there you'll get a schedule as to when your therapies are for the next day.
Okay, that makes sense. So, all right. So, we talked about some of the special programs and the unveiling of the new assisted living. Anything else that you want to bring up today to let folks know who are interested?
Just that our facilities, we have a lot of caring staff.
That's one of the most important things I've heard from a lot of folks. It makes a difference on what type of staff you have, and I don't care where you are, the people make the difference wherever you might be.
Very true.
And so you've certainly seen so far some quality staff there, it sounds like. So
Yes.
That's good. Well, so I think this gives us a pretty good overview of what someone should expect with both Sterling Suites and Cedar Hill. And so again, thanks for taking the time to do this today. And everyone who's out there listening, if you do have further questions, please reach out to Christmas, and you can call her, you can email her, and she'd be happy to share more information with you. So until next time, if you have questions, please let us know. And maybe next time we'll not have these masks on.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.